Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel with my husband.
Hello, everybody.
For video today guys is update for the land.
And we have good news this time.
Yes.
Not all doom and gloom. All right, so we're making big progress. And I don't know what we've all talked about since the last time, but we got a fence put up around it.
Yes.
We got a no trespassing sign set up. We've fixed all the anomalies that the neighbors were concerned about. So we've been good neighbors.
Yes.
And JR of JRC has been our hero throughout this whole thing.
Yeah, thank you so much, JR.
Yes, poor baby May, God bless her, was in Chateau the other day.
Yeah.
She had done her mourning period, so her family went to Chateau to visit your mother
Yes.
at her gravesite.
Yes.
And you know what? She came home in a great mood. I thought it was going to be like all weepy and everything, but I think, I don't want to put words in her mouth, these are just my own thoughts. I think she got closure, and I think that she still has dreams about
Yeah.
your mom
Yeah.
and misses her deeply. But that being said, we won't dwell on that. We're talking about the land. Things are picking up. We have had a rough couple 3 months, and it's like everywhere we've turned, we've hit brick walls. But we just keep on keeping on. We
Yeah.
just say, you know what? Well, we'll try again tomorrow, one foot in front of the other, and let's just keep it moving.
Yes.
And so when we went up, JR
Yeah.
sent me a little dealio saying, hey, you need a vicinity map.
Yes.
He had gone through the paperwork and said, whoop, we're missing something. We need a vicinity map. And I didn't know what he was talking about. And I asked him, I said, should I take May with me? And he goes, absolutely. Don't you go in there.
Because you're the white man.
Yeah. Just, no matter what I say, it seems to be the wrong thing. So I took May up there the next day, and we got a vicinity map. You went in on your own to what, the assessor's office, was it?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Assessor office, yeah.
Assessor's office.
Yes.
And the lady had to sketch one
Yes.
for her.
Yeah, 1,500.
1,500 pesos. Now we're finding out the cost on everything, which
And
is
then
cool.
I asked first, do you have discount? She said, no. Why? I'm your neighbor. Because there's neighbor in the land. Somehow that's the price.
Okay, well there you go.
I
Good
think-
for you. At least you
I
have for a
think-
discount,
I think you have discount because it's the neighbor.
right? Well, okay. Give you an A plus for trying.
Business is business.
Yeah. Actually, it's $30, $25, and the woman works from home, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And she drew the map up. We got there at about 11:30, somewhere around there,
Yeah,
around 11, 11:30.
Yeah.
And she said, I'll have it for you by 1 o'clock.
Yes.
And we said, how cool is that? We went
Yeah.
up the street, we went to the Halfway Cafe,
Yes.
and we had a lunch,
Yes.
and we enjoyed the view,
Yeah.
and we came back down the hill,
Yes.
and did we go by the house or the land?
No.
We didn't go by
No
the land.
time.
We didn't have time.
Yes.
And so at 1 o'clock on the button, which blew my mind, a woman pulled up in a car and honked her horn.
Yes.
And she didn't know you from Adam, but she figured who you were.
Yes.
I don't know how she figured that.
Because I walk going to the city, so say, hey, I'm here.
Okay, so anyway, she handed her the vicinity map, all official with your name and everything,
Yeah.
the plot number, stamped, sealed, notarized, very official, not just some sketch, and very professionally done,
Yeah.
and matches the survey. And we were supposed to get that with the survey, I think, and didn't, but I don't know. There's been so many things I get confused. But what I like is that we're getting the true cost on all this stuff. So I know there's package deals where a contractor or an architect or an engineer will say, okay, I'll take care of all that for you, but you don't really know what they're charging you, as it looks like a package deal, but they may be padding that by 10%. All these things are necessary. So when it comes to the actual build itself, which will probably be next year now,
Hopefully,
I'm thinking,
yeah.
But we're going to have, and then we'll get back to what she's doing with the property, but just for edification, we've got this fencing thing up. We got a fence permit.
Yeah.
You picked that up, so
Yes.
that was ready finally.
Yes, it's ready
and that
already.
had taken months.
Yeah.
So we've got that in the drawer.
In the drawer.
You got your vicinity map, which JR needed, so he can
Yeah.
put the full package together and finally get this transfer moving. Unless he needs something else, we don't know. And then, what else is going
The
on?
building permit is already, but stay in the municipal because the lady is processing the fire.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yes.
The fire department
Yes.
has to give you an approval,
Yes.
and
But I signed up the 16 paper.
16 different pieces of papers you had to sign for power, water, and building permit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, and we're going to put what's called Kubo.
Kubo, yeah,
Kubo?
need buy for the Kubo because the lady said you need buy the Kubo because if the Noreco for the check is we have already the Kubo.
There has to be some sort of structure on the building, on the land, for them to attach the power to. And so you can't just have agricultural land, which is basically what we have. And we had a bunkhouse that we were going to use, but the workers stole it, if you haven't seen that in the other video. So workers said, screw you, we're taking the wood. And they left because they never got paid by the contractor. And I don't blame them. Like, I don't blame you guys.
And then the toilet is still in go.
Yeah, the toilet got filled in, everything was done, everything's gone.
Oh,
So
yeah.
anyway, that's moving along at a nice pace. And
Yeah.
so I'm much more
And then-
upbeat, I'm much happier, you are a lot happier.
Yes. So.
And what are you doing now? You're turning
And
it
then
into a little
the people
garden.
asking is how's your the planting?
Planting, you're planting. So tell the people, answer the questions. What are you planting over there?
Horseradish,
Horseradish,
banana,
okay, bananas,
and then onion leaves.
and onions. And
How
I
about
got,
you?
I got a patch, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because her brother went out and made patches
Yes,
and for us to do.
yeah,
And so I get to have my own little patch.
yes,
And I don't know if I'm going to do it until they get water installed,
yeah.
because I want to grow watermelons. I've tried to grow watermelons 3 different times, and it's been an epic fail every time.
Yeah.
Here in Apollon, the soil sucks. And then I bought those grow bags, and they worked for about 2 days, and then they petered out. And so up there, though, stuff grows like crazy. And
You tried the potato before,
and I
right?
tried the potatoes, the potato thing. It didn't work.
Very small.
Very small. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
But I love the idea of going up there and having a purpose. And I like to garden.
Yeah.
And I know you love to garden.
I love the garden.
But even when I was a kid, I used to like to grow stuff.
Yeah,
And I always tried to grow avocados from avocado
Avocado.
seeds. And I would get them to a certain point that they would poop out too.
how about the
Anyway,
corn?
never grew corn. No,
I don't like the planting the corn.
you don't?
I like.
Oh, you do like
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Yes, because
Well, have at it.
I think 3 months the corn is ready to harvest.
Yeah, and I have a friend that went up there and took soil samples almost a year ago, and he's still waiting for the results. I said, that doesn't shock me. So, anyway, I want to find out what we need to add. We need to add for my watermelons only. Okay,
Yeah.
she's got her own thing going on. I don't get in her business. She don't get in mine. But I want to know: do I need to add potassium or magnesium, or do I some kind of fertilizer or anything, or that it might be deficient in?
Yeah.
And what what kind of light and how much water? And so I need to. That's just my process.
How about the cabbage? You like?
Cabbage?
Yeah.
Not really.
No.
No.
How about broccoli? Because broccoli.
Broccoli would be
very-
awesome. Broccoli is awesome because we eat a lot of broccoli.
Yeah.
And I would love to grow my own.
Because I see in the hypermart yesterday.
Mm.
My God, 1 each is 200.
200 pesos for what? One stick of broccoli?
1 each.
One each. It's ridiculous.
So
That's a lot of money. It really is. It's not worth buying. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not that we're going to feed ourselves off this farm, but we do like the idea of having a little project while we're doing it. And our goal, I think, now is, I think we found through this whole experience with the scammer and all that jazz, that's kind of behind us. I think that we found that we've taken a new avenue and thinking it through differently as to what we want to build. And sometimes when something rotten happens to you, it's for a purpose.
Yeah.
And you find out that, you know what, if we had followed through with that, if we had gotten what we had wished for, we wouldn't have been happy with it in the end. It would have been too much for what we need. And she and I both have talked it over. We really want to scale it down and go smaller and just keep it functional and possibly put 2 buildings up so that we have, I would love to have a YouTube studio.
Yeah.
You know, I think that would be cool. So we could build a little studio, one that's as soundproof as we can make it. Goldfinger, right now, my friend Goldfinger is making a YouTube channel. I mean, a YouTube studio at his house.
You have a channel?
And we're going to start a podcast together.
Oh,
And so that's going in 2 weeks. We're hopefully going to be on the air. We'll keep you updated on that. And that should be a lot of fun. And I met him yesterday at the mall, and I threw in a couple of bucks towards that endeavor. And so I think it's just going to evolve and be fun. And I think that once we do finally get into it, we're going to eliminate using a contractor altogether. I've been talking to people that are building homes and finding out that the contractor, in many cases, is just an unnecessary middleman. You need an architect.
Yeah, architect.
You need
That
an
is
engineer.
advice for wife to Lini, because Lini house
Right.
is very nice.
An engineer, and workers. And you need qualified people. And that's really, and you need to be there.
Yeah.
Everybody has told me, Paul, you got to be there. And I've fought that. I said, I don't want to be there. I just want them to do it. But I can see, I know May will go up there all the time.
Yeah.
Because it means so much to her. And so she doesn't necessarily know how to, you know, any more than I do, discern if they're doing a good job, bad job. But we know when someone's lazy or when someone's moving, and ask a lot of questions, demand a lot of answers, and question everything, and keep everybody on their toes.
Yeah.
So it's important. I now agree that for the short period of time that we'll be doing this, less than a year, I think, once we get started, because we've done a lot of the heavy lifting. We've gotten the permits in place. There'll be water on the place.
Yeah.
If someone comes in, they can go to work day one. And I guess the first thing we would do is a wall. I don't know.
Yeah.
Septic tank. We'll take it one shot at a time. But I think we're going to be our own contractors, even though we don't know anything about construction, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Right now, we're going to try gardening.
Yeah, planting for the garden. Temporary.
Temporary.
Yeah. Like the fencing is temporary.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The fencing we have is temporary.
Yeah, but how much that? 52,000?
No, 47.
47.
Mhm.
Okay.
But that's okay. It keeps the squatters out. If you're not familiar with what a squatter is, people can come on your land and set up camp and make claims to your property. And getting them off sometimes is not as easy as it sounds. So we just want to take every precaution now so that we can, you know, go to bed at night and sleep and know that. And then there is going to come a time when there is equipment and people and stuff there. And we do need to have some fencing up to keep people off or
Yeah.
out. And a nighttime guy, a watchman, and things like that. So, I don't know, we'll keep you guys apprised as we move forward with this thing.
Yeah.
But we did want to do a more positive video than we have all the doom and gloom stuff that was going on in the previous videos. But they've all been truthful. They've been, you know, we went here and this took forever and that went wrong and this went wrong. And
Yeah. Need to
And
learn.
of course, we have
from
every
scam.
expert in town wanting to tell us how theirs went perfect and we screwed up and they're smarter than we are. And we just listen to them and say, yeah, you're the man. You know, good for you.
Yeah.
But I honestly think that throughout this experience and learning and watching and listening, we'll probably end up saving money
Yeah.
in the end,
Yes.
as opposed to what we initially thought. So we'll see what happens. The good news, we're not in any big hurry. There's a new house being built down the street from us, right?
Yeah.
And it's a little more rent, not much, a few thousand pesos more. And
Brand new.
brand new,
Brand new house.
brand new. And they said, "You want to move?" And I said, "No, I want to stay right here."
Yes.
Because if we move, I'm going to feel compelled to buy a new couch.
Yeah.
This thing's been ruined by me and the dogs and everything else. It's had 6 years of use. And I'm cool with it. And the refrigerator is tiny. And the freezer's door broke off it.
Yeah.
And we just deal with it. We just defrost it every now and then. And I asked May, I said, "Are you have a problem with this place?" She said, "No. Because we eat here and we sleep here.
Yeah.
And we hang out and we just, it's just, it's a box.
Yes.
It's like anything else. It's just a
Yes.
box. And it's got lights and air conditioning and a refrigerator and a TV. How's that different from anybody else's house?
I'm contented. Same
I'm
life.
contented too.
Yeah.
She's contented, I'm contented.
Yes.
And the other house is not going to be anything big and flashy. It's just going to be hers. And again, I know I sound like a broken record, but the whole dynamic and the whole motivation for doing this is so that when I go, she has something that I can know in my heart of hearts that she'll never be homeless and without. And so we're also playing with the idea of going back and forth to America, like Joe and Lizelle do,
Yeah.
and getting her on my Social Security. But that's another conversation way down the line. But it's something that I'm bantering about. Too expensive to go to America now. I just did a video talking about that. And I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the country. I don't know what's going to happen with the inflation. It's I guess it's too new to rate. But it's an interesting time that we're living in right now. And so we keep an eye on it, but right now we're focused on what we're doing. Our
Yeah.
health is good. We're feeling good. Our attitudes are like 80% better than they were 2 months ago, huh?
Yeah.
Before we were all grumpy and tired and sick,
Like
this
Tada?
and that. And yeah, like Tada. Tada doesn't get a scooter ride. She goes into Tampo mode. She's a true Filipino dog. Good Lord. All right.
Like a real human.
So, there we are. That's it. That's the update.
Yeah,
huh?
that is guy.
Things are going good. Things are
Yes.
getting better. Life's picking up. We're having more successes than failures for once. And so, like I said, we want to just tell it like it is. When things go wrong, we'll let you know. When things go right, we'll let you know. And then always appreciate your comments.
Yes.
Sometimes we don't, but most of the times we do.
Thank you so much, Daddy Paul, for always help to my channel. And
Sure.
thank you so much to everyone for always watching my channel. And see you there.
And give
next
my wife a likey, will you? Just give her a like and a nice comment. Okay? Quit all the snarkiness.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.